What are the three questions facing the Florida Gators as we get set to begin spring practices? We're going to talk about it right after the stinger. It's Felix Sharpe at Sharpe Review on Twitter for CampusToCanton.com. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel so you never miss any of the content that we're dropping. And if you are a college football fan or a football fan in general, you need to be playing in Campus to Canton fantasy leagues. That's a league where you play, it's two leagues in one, a college fantasy league and an NFL dynasty league. And when your college players declare for the NFL draft, they're added to your NFL team. And so you can play and you can get points from Travion Henderson and Caleb Williams and Anthony Richardson and whomever your favorite college sleeper player is. You can roster them and have them rostered for the entirety of their football career. Let's talk about Florida. Florida brings in new coach Billy Napier from Louisiana Lafayette. Dan Mullen's out, Billy Napier in. Florida in 2021, not one Florida Gator on the all-SEC first or second team. You got to think that Kaiir Elam may have been a candidate if he was not injured last season, but he was. And so, but not one Florida Gator on the all-SEC first or second team. Offense was good, fourth in SEC in rushing with 208 yards a game. They totaled just under 500 yards a game in total offense. And so let's start with the offense. Of course, the question is who is your starting quarterback going to be? Now, there's a lot of options there. I got to think that it's going to come down between Jack Miller, the Ohio State transfer who comes in under Napier, and the best athlete in the country, Anthony Richardson. Say what you want about Dan Mullen, but I think that his offense was tailor-made for Anthony Richardson, even if he didn't pick Richardson last year and went with Emory Jones instead. Now, AR-15 had a meniscus procedure, and so he is going to be limited or out during the spring, not getting the reps. That's a little bit concerning. Maybe he's not a full go, but maybe he's still there in practice. Emory Jones is still there, but they got to answer the question about who's going to start at quarterback. You see what Billy Napier has done recently with Levi Lewis there at Louisiana Lafayette. I would love to see the reins taken off Anthony Richardson and him being committed to as the full-time quarterback, but I don't know if we're going to see that in the spring given his injury. Question number 2, we're staying on the offensive side, and that is, what is the offensive identity going to be? Now, all signs are pointing towards a running game because of how strong that running game was under Dan Mullen in 2021. And quite frankly, that is what Billy Napier does. In 2019 at Louisiana Lafayette, they ran for 3,600 yards with Elijah Mitchell, Trey Regis, Chris Smith. Billy Napier also coached Raymond Calais, who was an undrafted free agent for the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. So Napier definitely wants to run the ball. You look at the transfers that have come in. Cameron Waits, Osiris Torrance come in from follow Napier from Louisiana to Florida. Tony Livingston, 4-star freshman, one of the best offensive linemen in Florida's class, one of the best players in their freshman class. And then you look at their running backs. They bring in Trevor Etienne, Travis Etienne's brother, Montrell Johnson, another transfer from Louisiana to Florida following Billy Napier. And then, that backfield is really, really decent with DeMarcus Bowman, former 5-star, Naquan Wright, and Lorenzo Lingard is still there. So remember him. So what is your offensive identity going to be? That's going to be different if Anthony Richardson is the quarterback versus if Jack Miller or someone else is the quarterback there for Florida. Question number 3 is, how do we place Kaiir Elam? Injury played 2021, but you look at his play in 2020. A Jim Thorpe Award semifinalist. Over his career, he's had 5 interceptions, 20 pass breakups. His dad actually played in the NFL. That Florida passing defense, very good, ranked number 25 in passing yards allowed. But how do you replace Elam? Well, they had a good one the number 2 cornerback in the class in 2021, and Jason Marshall. You got to think that he is going to develop. He actually only gave up 36.8% completion percentage overall in 2021. That's very good. So we're going to see him develop. Going back specifically to Elam, Jameson Williams, one of his worst games of the season, 4 for 61 against Florida. I mean, this is a good player. Elam is headed towards the first round, and so Florida's definitely got to replace him. This is kind of a question and kind of just a comment. Florida with just 4 combine invites this year, and if you consider that a measure of talent or potential NFL talent, that's the same number as Tennessee, Auburn. That's less than San Diego State, less than Kentucky, less than Ole Miss. This is Florida. I mean, you got to be able to recruit that state and bring in that talent if you're going to compete in the SEC, once again with Georgia, with Alabama. Florida spring game set for April 16th, and then September 3rd, week 1, they take on Utah. Let me know in the comments what your expectations are for Billy Napier in year 1. All right, peace.